The night exploded into chaos at Villa 19 of the Coral Sands Resort in Bali. Police helicopters illuminated the turquoise waters as commandos rappelled onto the wooden walkways. João Mendes bled from a shoulder wound, while his new wife, Larissa Volkov, stood over the body of a man she'd just shot. "Drop your weapons," shouted Inspector Katik Wijaya. Larissa, trembling, held João's gaze, whispering, "I'm sorry." This is the story of Larissa Volkov Mendes, the woman who loved a man enough to betray her past, and João Mendes, the man who fought to save her from it. 10 days earlier, Lisbon's São Jorge Cathedral glowed with lilies and gold ribbons. João, heir to Mendes Construções, was marrying Larissa, a poetry tutor whose charm had won his traditional Portuguese family. Her Spanish lace gown, a $10,000 gift from João's father, Antonio Mendes, shimmered. But beneath her radiant smile, Larissa's hands clutched her bouquet too tightly. João whispered, "You're perfect, querida." "Fiji awaits us. Fiji's crystal waters were her dream," mentioned once. "I want a place where the ocean feels alive," she'd said with her soft Ukrainian accent. Larissa had moved to Portugal at 17 with her mother, Olena Volkov, after her father's death in Odessa. While Father Tomás Ribeiro led the ceremony, Larissa's vows carried a desperate edge. "João, you gave me hope, a family, a future. I'll be yours forever." Her intensity unnerved Rafael Costa, João's best friend and a cybersecurity analyst. Rafael, with his sharp blue eyes, had always sensed something off about Larissa. She dodged questions about her Odessa past, redirecting with charm. Just nerves, he thought. But doubt lingered. However, the reception at the Palacio Estoril was grand, with 200 guests. Larissa glided among them, fluent in Portuguese, English, and Ukrainian, her knowledge of urban design impressing João's colleagues. Olena told Inés Almeida, a family friend. Larissa always aimed high. Inés frowned. Larissa taught at a small institute. How had she entered Lisbon's elite? But before she could ponder, Larissa approached. "Senhora Almeida, João speaks so fondly of you." Her knack for personal details disarmed everyone, while João led Larissa to a quiet corner, asking, "Happy meu anjo?" She replied, "More than I deserve," kissing him. "Fiji will be our sanctuary." But those words would later chill Rafael. During the party, Larissa slipped away for a call, her face paling. Rafael, nearby, caught Ukrainian words. Money. Deadline. He mustn't know, from his limited knowledge gained during a tech project in Lviv. When she returned, her smile was brittle, her hands unsteady on her glass. "Are you all right?" João asked. "Just my cousin in Odessa." Rafael's suspicions grew. Larissa's seamless entry into João's life, post his painful breakup with ex-fiancée Mariana Lopez, felt calculated. Why did she know so much about rare wines for someone from a modest background? Why no teenage photos, only childhood or recent ones? Why did Olena evade immigration questions? While João and Larissa cut the cake, Rafael resolved to investigate her past during their honeymoon. At 10:30 p.m., they left amid applause, bound for Fiji's Vomo Island resort. Larissa's purse hit a buzzing phone, messages she couldn't ignore. But in Fiji, Villa 19 was a dream. Glass floors revealing coral, a private pool, and a sunset deck. João, ecstatic, said, "Larissa, it's your vision." However, her eyes scanned the horizon nervously. On the 16-hour flight from Lisbon, she'd checked her phone relentlessly. Messages read, "Landed? Does he know?" "Follow the plan." Manager Ryan Santoso, with a crisp Australian accent, welcomed them. "Senor and Senora Mendes, paradise awaits." He omitted his orders to ensure their privacy for a price. While João photographed the villa, Larissa's phone buzzed. Villa 5, midnight. Alone, or he dies. Meu anjo, you're pale, João noted. Just tired, she lied. That night, after João slept, Larissa slipped out at 11:45 p.m., walking to Villa 5. Each step felt like a march to judgment. However, Viktor Kuznetsov, 46, waited, his bald head gleaming under moonlight. A former KGB agent turned security consultant. He'd known Larissa for years under grim circumstances. Mrs. Mendez now? He mocked in Ukrainian. Viktor, you promised freedom if I married him, she pleaded. He lit a cigar. Your Kyiv bosses know your Portuguese fantasy. They're angry. Her blood froze. I settled my debt in Odessa, but Viktor sneered. Think you can vanish into Lisbon's high society? You have 48 hours for phase 1, or João gets proof of who you are. Honeymoons can be fatal. His plan to drain João's wealth was brutal, leaving him exposed. Larissa begged, but Viktor was resolute. While this unfolded, Rafael sat in his Lisbon office with investigator Mateus Silva. Larissa Volkov only exists since 2019, Mateus revealed, showing documents. She and Olena entered Portugal as refugees, claiming persecution, but bought a $420,000 flat in Chiado with cash. Rafael frowned. Refugees with that money? Mateus nodded. Her interpreting jobs targeted real estate events, wealthy men. 2 teaching references are ghosts. However, the truth deepened. Larissa was linked to 3 men. A Lisbon banker lost $190,000. A Porto hotelier died after a will change. A Coimbra factory owner died of a heart attack with poison traces. She's a honeypot, Mateus warned. João's in danger. Rafael dialed João, calculating Fiji's time. While João and Larissa dined in Fiji, she grew distant, insisting on room service and checking her phone. Let's disconnect, João urged, but she hid it. On a snorkeling trip, her smiles were hollow. I love you, João, she said, eyes wet. Always remember that. Confused, he pressed. What's wrong? But she deflected. I fear this joy won't last. However, at dinner, waiter Dewa slipped her a note. Tomorrow, his villa, during the dive. Don't fail. Her hands shook. Victor's plan involved pills to knock João out for a bank transfer, but she doubted his promise of safety. In the villa's bathroom, she crushed the pills, whispering, just unconscious. But Victor's history suggested worse. While Rafael and Mateus uncovered Larissa's past in Lisbon, they confirmed her as a trained seductress. She's killed 3 men, Mateus said. João's next. Rafael called João, who was toasting with Larissa. Don't answer, she urged, pushing the champagne. João saw her tears. What's happening? Her resolve cracked. Answer it, she whispered. But João heard Rafael. Don't consume anything Larissa prepared. She's a killer. João stared at the glass, then her. Is it true? She nodded. Yes. The glass shattered. Victor approached with 2 armed men. Larissa did her part, he said. Plans changed, Senor Mendez. Larissa stepped forward. You swore no harm. Victor laughed. He knows too much. However, police lights flashed. Drop your weapons, Inspector Wijaya shouted. João revealed a GPS tracker Rafael had given him, alerting authorities. Victor signaled Victor and Yuri to fight. But chaos erupted. Helicopters blazed. Commandos descended. Larissa declared, Victor, I wasn't alone. Wayan, a BKA agent, and Dewa, an Indonesian operative, emerged. Larissa drew a hidden gun. Think I'd come unarmed? While the shootout raged, Wayan wounded Yuri. Dewa knocked out Victor, and Victor pulled a grenade. Larissa wrestled him, shouting, This ends! João dove into the pool, yelling, Pull him in! Larissa pushed Victor into the water as he aimed at her. João took the bullet, collapsing. Enraged, Larissa shot Victor dead. Wyan kicked the grenade into the ocean, where it exploded. But Larissa knelt by João, pressing his wound. "Stay with me," she begged. "I trust you," he gasped. She confessed. "I'm Natalia Kuznetsova, Victor's half-sister. He killed our father over a fabricated debt. I vowed revenge. She'd worked with the BKA for a year, exposing Victor's network. But in Denpasar's hospital, João woke, bandaged. Dr. Sari Rahayu confirmed his survival. Larissa, now Natalia, was detained. Rafael arrived, detailing her past. 3 men dead, millions stolen. "But she saved you," he admitted. Antonio, João's father, arrived, torn. Wyan revealed Natalia's cooperation, dismantling a network of 15 women. While Natalia faced investigators in Denpasar, she recounted her coercion after her father's murder, killing 3 men to save Olena. João was the final target, but love changed her. "I contacted the BKA after learning Victor lied," she said. João wheeled in, asked, "What was real?" Natalia replied, "Every I love you was true." But in Lisbon, March 2025, Judge Carla Ferreira sentenced Natalia Kuznetsova Mendes to 5 years probation and 500 hours of community service for her role in stopping Victor's network. João, in a sling, stood by her, joined by Antonio and Rafael. Mariana Lopes, João's ex, now a lawyer, argued coercion. While at Café a Brasileira, João and Natalia spoke. "You don't have to stay," she said. "I'm here because I see you," João replied. They moved to a quiet Belém flat, rebuilding trust with therapist Dr. Sofia Mendes. Natalia worked with Wyan to fight trafficking. However, in August 2025, they visited Odessa. Olena hugged João. "You saved my daughter." Natalia, at ease, laughed freely. At their hotel, João teased about their volatile honeymoon. "I don't regret it," he said. "It brought us here. Real." Natalia smiled. "Normal's boring." Epilogue. Odessa, August 30th, 2025. While João and Natalia founded the Kuznetsova Mendes Foundation, aiding trafficking victims, Natalia became a global consultant, and João designed recovery centers. Their first honeymoon was enough, raw, scarred, but theirs. Love, forged in fire, endured.